Jake, you want to tell us about your big deal? 1.2 million. That's
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
So yeah, this was a guy that I got off sync. Followed up with him. Kind of ties into what Tami was saying. So I talked to this guy who's out of California, talking about, we're looking at these bigger problems. He's like, getting qualified won't be an issue. And he filled out all this stuff within 3 days and we sent it to Tami, and the guy runs like 4 or 5 businesses. So I knew that, I was talking to somebody that was legit. Was able to communicate with the listing agent, work it out to where all the furniture in both the houses stayed. He's actually getting an extra
2 houses, guys.
Two houses, fully furnished with an extra lot. So it's sitting on almost an acre right on the lake, on Douglas Lake. So he's got a phenomenal deal. So was able to work all that out. He actually came into town yesterday, well, 2 days ago. I met with him yesterday, booked the Airbnb down there so they can do the inspections. So there wouldn't be short-term renters coming in and out. And yeah, just pretty much got everything that he wanted. And the funny thing is he's actually, these 2 houses, it's on a peninsula, and there's probably about 5 or 6 total lots. He's buying that entire peninsula for himself.
Wow.
So
How many transactions are going to end up turning into?
about 7.
Wow.
And those lots are 200 plus.
You guys got to think, so that one little sink deal that came into sync, Jake was aggressive on it, and that's going to turn into over $2 million. It sounds like over $2 million worth of properties.
How long did it take you, Jake? What was from the time you got the lead to the time?
Really, the biggest thing was for the guys, like getting him qualified through Tami. He had a lot of moving parts, so that took probably about a week and a half. So it took me about 2 weeks to get that deal. For me, I always look to provide as much value and tie people to me as much as I can. So as far as referring them to Tami, getting the home inspection done, contractors, all that stuff, like on the first initial call, you listen to any of my calls, I'm talking about several different things, not only what I can do. And then for 2, one of the conversations that me and Craig had yesterday, that's the $1 million buyer, he told me that he talked to 2 other agents about this property before me. I guess he was looking around on different websites. So the reason why he chose me is because I was real with him. He asked me certain questions like, hey man, what biggest discount can you get me? And I told him straight up, it has a lot to do with the seller's motivation. He's like, I can do what I can on my end, pull comps, we can go for the gold, but it has to do a lot to do with the motivation. And I told him, as a business person, you understand that. And he told me that right there is what hooked him on me, because I was just that real.
Authentic.
So, telling people things like that and not being scared to not always, you're not always going to be able to put them in the ideal situation, because it may not be something that you can do. Just tell them that, you know what I mean, and just be
here checking out this property, getting our newest listing ready. We've got new team members here, Charlene and Susan, checking out, see how the process goes with, Brian behind the camera, seeing how he handles the drone and getting the photography, all handled, and of course making things look fabulous. We already finished up our documents, and this place will be going live in just a couple days, so stay tuned.